Now let's look at how to implement a shuffle method that's going to be advantageous for us to use later on as well. So if we go into this critical coding block, okay, I can show it if I move that down. All right, what I want to do is the following. I'm going to do a new import, and it's also from sklearn.model selection, I believe, and it's KFold, yeah, KFold. So to use KFold, here's what you typically do. So KFold is a split. It's a way you can split the data, and you could even say like KFold. Now that's my own name. Equals, or sometimes, yeah, let's just do it like this. We'll say capital KFold, and then two things. You can set the number of splits. I believe it's in splits. So notice that cross-validation, by the way, is doing 5-fold split. And so you can choose any amount in cross-validation under CV. By the way, I did pull up the KFold link here. See, it is in splits. 5 is the default. Okay, we'll put it at 5 for now, but put it in there so we can change it. And there's one other really important one. This is official documentation, by the way. It's the scikit-learn page. So I kind of knew it was a K thing, and so that's how I found it. And it shows shuffle equals false. We want to shuffle this thing. So we're going to set shuffle equal to true. Now, when you do that, when you run that key line of code, what it does is it just shuffles it and splits the data 5 different ways. The advantage of using KFold is that you can use that later, when you're going to do, say, grid search CV to fine-tune hyperparameters, and it'll be the same split, so you can compare it to cross-val score properly. By default, they have different splits. Okay, so it's kind of like an advanced little technique that you can use. It's pretty awesome. So now I'm inside of cross-val score. It's CV. Okay, I don't like when Google, sometimes Colab covers up too much. CV equals what? Again, if you just said 5, I'll show you. It should do kind of like the same thing. Okay, because here I'm not using KFold. Okay, so let's see if I get the same thing here. Yeah. But now I'm going to switch it to KFold. Okay, and all that really does for us here is it shuffles it. But again, the reason why we're using it as practice is because it allows us to use these folds in different ways, like with grid searches. Okay, so let's see if this improves it. It might not, I don't know. It does. So shuffling definitely improved it by a reasonable amount too, right? 391, solid. Why did I say solid? Because we're almost a half a standard deviation, which in my experience with initial models without tuning is pretty solid. What is it? Pretty solid. It's not great, but respectable. Okay, you got to learn how to interpret these things. Okay, so let's move on.